Hi, I'm Leanne Ely. I'm a nutritionist, a New York Times best-selling author, and some people even say I'm a life coach. I started the Daily Dish Show to share my story, my truth, and my journey to vibrancy, and to inspire others to do the same. Because it's all about grit, perseverance, and finding a way despite the odds. It's about embracing the whole woman, not just the parts that are easy to love, and feeding her heart, mind, body, and soul. But I found that this isn't just my story, it's your story too. It's go time. This is the Daily Dish. This is the Daily Dish, and you are here, and I'm so glad. You know why? Because when we are together, everything is better. And I see Jocelyn, Sandy, nice to have you here. Helen and Nancy, cheers to you, Nancy. Alice, I'm glad you're here. Y'all, what a week we've had, huh? What a week. So, I was thinking about some things, and this is what today's show is all about. But I was thinking about what is the thing? What are the things that separate those who do versus those who talk about doing, right? And sometimes, we find that we are the biggest culprits, not them that's the ones not doing, it's us, and we don't even realize it. This is one of the reasons why I'm so fond of trackers. I'm going to explain all of that when we get into the meat and nuts and bolts of the show. But this might be a good show for you. It might be. And it also will give you just kind of food for thought to kind of help you start checking some boxes. This was a real rude awakening for me. I'll tell you that right now. Hello, Denise and Kathy, Jackie, Teresa. It's lovely to have you here. I am nice. It's so nice to see Jackie. Jackie's been out of touch. You want to hear something that Jackie did though? She emailed me and she said, "I'm not Irish goodbying you. I'm going to be gone doing all this stuff." And boy, did I appreciate that. It's just one other way that we can be accountable. When we're accountable, have you noticed that's a needle mover too, by the way, for the things that we're trying to do in our lives? It really is. So anyway, I'm glad you're here. That's just all there is to it. I'm very glad you're here. We have a great quote of the week this week, and it's everything you want is on the other side of fear. And the truth to that just could not ring any clearer. This is from Jack Canfield, of course, who wrote, Chicken Soup for the Soul and all the others. Chicken Soup for whatever ails you. What a franchise that is. But I will tell you, that is the absolute truth. When you sit there and you meditate on that, it will ring your bells. I love what comes out of my meditations. How about you? When you do your meditations, do you come up with something afterwards? I've noticed my creativity is increased. The more I meditate, the more I become creative. And sometimes in the middle of a work day, when it's just things are just kind of, I'm trying to figure things out, and I have seriously, literally on my desk. Look at all these 3x5 cards I have. Some of them are scripts for TikTok. Some of them are just things that I picked up. Things are I find, and I just write myself all these notes. So I make myself take these upstairs and sort through them in the evening instead of just letting them pile on my desk, or I let them pile on my desk for too long, and then I take them upstairs and figure them out and sort them and get rid of the ones that I no longer need. Hello, Martha. It's so lovely to have you here. Anyway, that's one of the things that I do. The other thing that I do is this. I tell you about Drop. I've gotten, a few people have ordered this and said, yes, please. This stuff is amazing. And here's the thing. The only thing you really need to understand is that we want to keep our blood sugar levels low. We don't want to have out of control blood sugar levels requiring medications and a disease diagnosis and all. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Because when our blood sugar is high, guess what happens? We're more likely to get all kinds of diseases. And the big C is one of them. Heart issues is another. And dementia is another. It ruins your brain. We glycate, right? It's like taking a steak and turning it into beef jerky. So it is the fastest aging thing on the planet for human beings. Let's keep our blood sugar low. You know how to eat, right? Now, If you're still suffering from blood sugar not in control, go get yourself some drop. That is our supplement of the week. You can get 4 for the price of 3. That's right. We're going to give you 1 free. Go to savingdinner.com/show. Take advantage of this. I'm going to do a big write-up on all the ingredients here. I'll get it to you. We have some of it. It'll be on the page there, but there's more information for it because this is such an incredible blend. It's proprietary. No one else has it. Got it? savingdinner.com/show. I am proud of that, by the way. Really proud of that. So this is part of my my morning. I'm sharing my morning with you. It was a very busy morning. It's workout day. It's Thursday, so I had my workout. I'm doing a challenge on my app, my Peloton app on my phone. So it was pretty grueling, and but I enjoyed it. I did it. The other thing is to take the dog for a big walk. There's like all these things I have to check the boxes of things that I do in the morning. You all have yours too, right? This is what we do. And when we have our morning rituals and we have our self-care in practice, regular practice, it helps us to manifest our goals that much quicker because it becomes something of what we do. Our brains are really attuned to it, and we are constantly writing out I am statements in the affirmative, in the intention of going after and getting what it is that we want. However, and this is where the however comes in, sometimes we're more talking about it than we're walking and doing it. So I want to talk about that today simply because we all need this reminder. I need this reminder, That's why I'm talking about trackers, So I was looking at my Peloton app and I was looking at my track and I was like, wait a second here. Did I really miss that many days? And I did. Tracking shows you exactly what you're about. And so if you are talking about something and not doing something, there's your disconnect. It's your alignment assignment is to align those two things at that point. The alarms need to go off. And we need to say, wait a second, because we're out of sync with ourselves and we're breaking promises to ourselves, right? What we do will show up. You are a walking billboard of what you believe. You are a walking billboard of what you believe. So it would be like me sitting down and having a coaching session and wiping, McDonald's cheeseburger off my lips, right? There's an incongruity there. Or coaching you on how to clean your house, and you're looking behind me and you see all this clutter and dirt and all that other kind of stuff and just going, hold the phone, lady, When there's an incongruity there, it shows up. You can't ignore it. We can't pretend. So what separates the real doers from those who are pretenders and wannabes and just, give a lot of lip service, but don't show up and do the actual work? I'm going to give you some stuff, and maybe some of this stuff's going to go right into the heart. Allow it to, This is not for condemnation's sake. This is for, I need to fix this. I need to get into this. I need to start doing instead of just talking about it. And I've got 5 things which I think are big deals, all backed by research. And it helps us, again, to sharpen that iron and to become the woman of our own dreams. And the things that are coming out of our mouths are showing up in practice with our lives, right? With our lives. So the first thing is, of course, talking the talk versus walking the walk, because pretenders love to yap all about it. They love to do the research on it and find out everything that they can do about it. And someday they're going to maybe actually do something. But the doers, they're too busy doing and getting things done to sit down and give you the long yarn on why this is great and why you want to do it. Because here's the thing, this is interesting. Research shows that announcing your goals to others can make you less likely to achieve them. Did you know that? And I'll have this in the show notes where this research came from, because actions always speak louder than words. Now, a close association, somebody who's who's close to you, somebody that you want to share your stuff with, that's a completely different thing. But announcing to the world and maybe putting it on Facebook, and I'm not talking about our group, I'm talking about, to your entire world, or telling a bunch of friends, and then everybody chimes in, right? Because at that point, you have okayed the crowdsourcing to okay what it is that you're doing or to correct it. Did you know that? That's why research shows that you really need to kind of button your lip and allow your goals to percolate and show up in your life instead of just be talked about, right? Big deal. Number 2 is being fearless in the face of failure. Here's something that's interesting. A pretender is going to play it safe. A pretender is somebody who's going to say, yeah, this is what we're going to do. They're not going to up their weights and make it hard. And today I upped my weights and made it hard on myself. This was where, I was doing the same thing. And when it's not a challenge anymore, it means that you're just going through the motions. And, we've talked about going through the motions before. Going through the motions is fine when you're cleaning toilets or doing, some mindless task. But it's not okay when you are trying to actually improve something or change things up. It's not okay when you're out on pursuit of your goals. I mean, you can go through the motions of, let's say you've decided you're going to run a 5K or something. Going through the motions would be getting that done. But how much more effective is it when you're maybe running that 5K or whatever, and you're thinking, you know what, I can do this. I've got this. This is easy. My body understands how to do this. And you get your body in agreement with you, right? That becomes your partner. And the same thing when you're lifting weights. One of the things that I've really been working on is, as I lift the weights, I listen to what the instructor tells me, and they're saying, like, really, push when you're doing like bicep work or something. They're telling you to really, tighten up that bicep and really feel it, and then release it on the way down, and concentrating on that whole entire movement, because that's what makes you better. That's what gets you the growth factor. But studies show that when you experience failure, it can boost your motivation. So let's just say, for example, that you're having a hard time and you're not getting through the tube for your 5K or lifting the weights or whatever. And what you can do is, just say, I'm just not getting it together. What do I need to do? Where's the solution to this? Versus just pretending and just going through the motions and just saying, well, here it is. I've just got this. We all fall flat on our face. Amen. I mean, I have a million times, probably more than that. But the thing is that separates the doers from the pretenders is that the doers get up and try again. We've grit. We don't quit. That's huge. So keep that in mind. Number 3 is your consistency. Pretenders like to dabble in a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and they're all over the place. You might even say that they're ADD. I know, because I am a dabbler and I am ADD. But we also know, those of us who have been in this dabbling situation, that when we put our minds to one thing and stay on that, we get the power of consistency and momentum working for us at the same time. And that kind of power, that kind of consistency, is just everything. Because research shows that consistent practice is the secret sauce for mastering any skill. Any skill. That includes getting over the hump of whatever. That includes getting around obstacles. That includes whatever it is that you feel is holding you back. Get in and do the work. What is holding me back? What is holding me back? Get your journal, right? Get your journal, right? What's holding me back? I don't know what it is, but I keep quitting on myself. I keep doing this. I keep doing that. Come on. When we question ourselves, when we ask ourselves, when we get into the nitty-gritty of what's truly going on inside, that's when we can figure out what it is, instead of just giving up and saying, oh, whatever. We can get in there and we can straighten it out and go, you know what it is? I feel rushed in the morning, or I need to do X, Y, and Z, or whatever. That's the key. Thanks, Teresa, you're a sweetheart. And hey, Vanessa, love seeing you here too. You know, I will tell you, sometimes it's a grind and sometimes it's not fun. And sometimes you're not going to want to do it. But if you're consistent, you're going to show up anyway. We've all done this. Every single one of you have. If you have a child, you show up. Am I right, Teresa? I mean, she knows, man. If there's somebody who's shown up for their child, that's Teresa. If there's someone who's shown up for their elderly parent, that's that's our Joanne. If there's somebody who's showing up for their children and consistently changing their diapers, that's our Amber. This is what we do. We do it not because it's fun. We do it because it's consistency. It's consistency in parenting. It's consistency in love. It's consistency in caring about others. Do it for yourself too. Because if you do it for yourself and you show up for yourself and you are consistent with yourself, the research show that you set yourself on a goal and you keep grinding it out and you keep the practice of consistency in place, then you have covered your goal with secret sauce. And you are going to see that finish line. You're going to see it done. You know? Well done, my good and faithful servant. Yeah? Amen. Number 4 is to adapt and conquer, because you are going to get curveballs. It's never going to be linear where you're just going to go out and say, okay, 10 o'clock, I'm going to go work out. I'm going to go do this. Then at 11, I'm going to go do this. And then this is going to happen. This is going to happen. Everything's going to be picture perfect. No. Don't we all wish? There are days when we get to enjoy days like that. But mostly, there's going to be a curveball here and there. And what happens? Well, pretenders get a curveball and it's like, oh, it's too hard. It's overwhelming. I can't do it. Oh my gosh. But you know what doers say? Okay, I got to deal with this curveball because it's right in my face or whatever. Where can I fit this in? Where later on down the road can I fit this in? Instead of just allowing everything to fall apart. This is what the study says. They found that resilience and adaptability are key predictors of success. So, you know, doers know that life is a wild ride and can be extraordinarily unpredictable at times and is not always going to go in this fashion that we want. That doesn't mean that we can't roll with the punches. We've got to. Because when we roll with the punches, we are going to find a way. We're going to Diana Nyad our way out of this business, right? Yeah, this is the key, this consistency stuff. And number 5 is to keep it real, right? Because I will tell you, there's a lot of pretenders out there and they just talk their talk. They're all about, hey, look what I've done, and this big braggy, docious, la. You know what it is? They want validation. They want somebody saying that they're okay. They want somebody to see them instead of having their nose to the grindstone and getting the work done. So doers are grounded in this kind of a reality. They're self-aware and they're also open to feedback from themselves and from others. And they don't crowdsource it, by the way, but they have maybe accountability partners and they're saying, you know, something's not right here. I do this with my partner, Michelle. And I played pickleball and she was saying, I just can't do this. I said, well, I can help you with that because it was backhand and I have a fairly strong backhand. And I said, step into it. This is what you need to do. She asked me for that. And she asked me because she saw what I can do with my backhand, right? And it's not because I never miss with my backhand, but I have a pretty good, consistent backhand. And she was struggling with hers. This is how communication happens. This is how we make each other better. This is the way it's done. And this kind of a thing, when we do it like that, everybody feels good about it. You know, everybody does. Do you see the difference in this? There's a difference in pretending and getting through it, but it makes all the difference. So research show that a growth mindset, the belief that you can improve through effort, is linked to better performance and achievement. And guess who said that? Our friend Carol Dweck. Remember the mindset growth? Remember the mindset stuff? You have a growth mindset or a set mindset, right? We will always want to be in the place of growth. When we're in the place of growth, we move the needle in our lives in our favor. And I'm going to tell you, and this is the truth, I promise you, I promise you, I promise you, it ain't always easy. And it's really easy to go sit on the couch instead. It's really easy to fall back into all old habits. But if you are a doer and not a pretender, you're going to say, you know what? I'm going to hustle it up anyway. You know what? I'm going to call on my board of directors. If you were here on, I don't know, I think it was last week somewhere or Wednesday, I don't know. But get a board of directors in your life, people that you care about their opinions, and make sure that they're people who are not going to try to tell you what to do in your life. Instead, are going to suggest, hey, this is a good idea. And they'll have good feedback for you. You always want the supportive encouragers. You also don't want somebody who's just going to placate you either, right? There's a fine line there, and we all know where it is. So get on that and be this kind of woman. And I'm going to just ask you one question as we end this today, and get ready for next week, by the way. I'm going to ask you one question. Are you ready to roll up your sleeves? Are you ready to be a doer and quit the pretending? Are you tracking what it is that you do? Is it showing up in your life? If it is, then guess what? You're a doer. If it's not, you got some work to do. Let's get those sleeves rolled up. What do you think? Yeah? All right. That's it for the week. I love being here, and I love the fact that y'all show up. Thank you so much for that. It means everything to me. We always do announcements right there at the front of the show. If you missed any of them, you can find them at savingdinner.com/announcements. And you know what, Teresa, you just got me. And don't you dare leave yet. I forgot to tell you one thing. Virtual Full Bloom. We have virtual Full Bloom happening on Saturday, May 20th. I can't tell you how excited I am for this whole thing. And where's my notes? Jenny, can you put the link up? Jenny's got the link for you. And it's Keep Your Light Shining Bright. And this is going to be a whole thing, Brighten Your Light. It's going to be a whole thing about how having a sunny, optimistic viewpoint in life is just going to completely brighten your whole day, your whole week, your whole month, your whole life. And go get it right now. You can get it now, savingdinner.com/bloom. Go get your place. We have a virtual swag bag of goodies for you, of course. We always do that. We give that to you the day of the event. So don't be expecting it just yet. And it will be recorded so you can watch it as many times as you want. I'm going to tell you this. This is what you need to know. That not everybody is born as a born optimist. There are some people who are. It's just they just take it for granted. There's other people who need to be trained into this. And whether you are a born with it optimist or this is something that you need training in, we all need training in this. And I know that you're going to walk away feeling pretty darn good at the end of the day. I am so excited about this whole thing. savingdinner.com/bloom. The link still shows Leptofix as the special of the week. Oh, did you go to savingdinner.com/announcements? Is it there on that page? It should be savingdinner.com/show. And it should have drop there. Refresh your page, Martha, and see if that works. Jackie said she needs that. Pinky's up. Nancy, I don't want you there. I don't want you not being there. Jocelyn, good. Pinky's up. I'm just inviting you to get your Full Bloom on because it's really going to be exciting. I haven't even seen the page yet. Jenny just finished it and surprised me. Did it? Yay! Jackie said the link worked for her. So yeah, refresh your page, Martha. I think that's what it is. All right, so Full Bloom, it's in a couple of weeks, y'all. It's in a couple of weeks. And guess what else? There is one in July, too. Jenny, when is that? Isn't that July 27th? I think I'm right. I don't know why I don't have that written down. Jenny knows everything, by the way. If you ever have a question, don't ask me, ask Jenny. July 29th. Look at you, Helen. She knew. July 29th. It's going to be Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday if you're still hanging around. And it is going to be amazing for those of you who were here last year. Right, Jackie? We had the best time and connected, and it's going to be another fun ride. We get on the boat, see the dock, see the house, see the manifestation. It's going to be great. Go get your drop. Buy 3, get 1 free. It's a great deal. And again, if you need me for anything, you can always email me at support@savingdinner.com, and we'll get on. Rosemary, hello. We'll get on it, and we will give you exactly. The details for the July event will be after our May event, the virtual one. But just hear me on this. Just plan it. Go ahead and put it on your calendar and maybe start looking. The Sunset Motel, by the way, it's a great place. Darling 60s retro fun. Just get your reservations. Brevard's very popular in the summer. So let's do it. It's on the announcements page. Okay. Jenny, can you check the announcements page? Maybe on the announcements page it didn't get fixed. I don't know. All right. That's all I have for you today. Friday it's your day off tomorrow. Saturday, Sunday. Are you going to be back here Monday? I sure hope so. Peace be with you. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Thank you for joining me today. You can find me on TikTok for daily tips to help support your most vibrant life. And remember, you are the author of your own story. Until next time.